Before this video starts, I do just want to mention I'm currently hosting a giveaway right now for the Fortnite Wildcat bundle. A lot of you guys asked me to do this again, so yeah, I'm finally giving another one away to you guys. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on the video, make sure you are subscribed with post notifications on, therefore you can actually know when we announce a winner. And then also the final step, I'll leave a few links in the description as to where you can actually get extra entries to potentially win this skin, increase your chances. I'm going to be posting the giveaway on Twitter, I'm going to post it on Instagram, and it's also going to be my Discord server. So if you literally went over to each platform, entered on every post and followed all the rules, you're basically going to get free entries, which will in turn, increase your chances. So yeah, feel free to do that and good luck. Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with another daily upload. Day number 121 or 122. I don't know, I'm losing count. We've done so many daily uploads at this point. But in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys 3 almost secret tips, because I literally see no one else mention these, but 3 tips which can drastically improve your performance and gameplay within Fortnite. And what I mean by performance, no, I don't mean FPS, I don't mean input lag. I just mean your general, playing ability, how good you are at the game. Basically, the tips I'm going to give you in this video can just help you improve, like, a lot. Now, we are going to get straight into things, but before we do so, all I ask from you guys, if you enjoyed this video, maybe I'll go ahead to help you. The least you can do for me is just drop a like, subscribe to the channel with post notifications on, all that good stuff. It's the least I ask. It takes 2 seconds and it's completely free to subscribe as well. You can always unsubscribe later down the line if you no longer enjoy my content. Just give your boy that chance. And also, talking about subscribers, we've literally just hit 90k, literally 90,000 subscribers. That is just crazy to think about. I have no words for this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I didn't think I would get here, because I've always had it in my mind that no matter what, I'm going to get to 100k subscribers one day. Like, this will be a number I'm going to hit. But for it to actually be like in fruition right now, it's just crazy to me. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Like, it really does mean the world. I appreciate every single one of you. We're so close to 100k now. So getting straight into this here, the first thing, we are just gonna hop straight into the tips. We're not gonna beat around the bush anymore. And the first tip, the first thing you guys need to be doing, and if you literally do this, it will really improve your gameplay and performance, how good you are at the game. It's going to be to ensure every fight is in your favor by almost forcing right-hand peaks. Like, literally right-hand peaks, right-hand peaks, right-hand peaks. You guys need to get this in your head. I know I may sound pushy right now, I may say harsh, but right-hand peaks literally win you fights. And I also know a lot of you guys are probably saying right now, like,
bro, everyone knows about right-hand peaks, this and that.
Bro, shut up, okay? I said it. I never tell my viewers to shut up. But in this case, I have to put my foot down. Shut up.
Calm down.
Because I can guarantee the ones who are about to comment right now, like,
yeah, whatever, we know about right-hand peaks.
You are the same people that are not using them as much as you should. I'm talking like literally right-hand peak every shot you take. Force right-hand peaks. You need to be doing this to win fights, because right-hand peaks, of course, I can't demonstrate it because I'm not on the game myself right now. Can't be bothered to load up the game. But actually, I'm just going to show you guys an example, because I can't explain this right now, but you'll see right here. Let me just show you. Your character model, how it's standing. Let me wait till he gets his gun out. Right here. Do you see this? The character model, the gun is in his, right hand more predominantly, so when you do a right hand peek, I don't know why, you're kind of looking to the left in a sense, like you're flicking almost from the left with your gun, but it's because your character holds his gun on the right. So when you're doing a right hand peek, this right here would be considered a right hand peek, because they're on the left and your angle of the gun is on the right, if that makes sense. And that's just how the player model, or your player model, is in Fortnite. So what's happening here is you've got the favored shot, because in this case they've got technically a left hand peek, and for whatever reason, just because how the character model is and in what hand the gun is held, that'll basically give them a worse view. Literally what they're going to get is a worse view, because they have the left hand peek. They're not going to be able to see you as fast when you're making an edit or on a corner or literally on a right hand peek. They won't see you as fast as you're going to see them. That's only if they're on the left hand peek, by the way. So you need to be making sure, almost looking from their point of view as well, to make sure they have the worst peek. It's just literally about finding the best peaks, the best angles to your opponent with minimal damage being taken on your side as well. So for example, right here, he does a great job of that. So he is actually trying to favor a right hand peek here, and then eventually, he gets his kill, and literally right after this, so he's already been actively trying to go for right hand peaks. This gameplay, by the way, is from Nosh. Shout out to him. He does this so much. He's just a great example. But right here, here's an enemy. He piece controls him. Bear in mind, this was some amazing piece control. Manages to get his opponent literally in a cone. And what does he do? He doesn't just edit the cone. He doesn't open the cone. He doesn't make this a 50-50. He actually thinks, uses his brain, which a lot of people surprisingly just don't do. Takes a moment. He thinks, okay, my opponent is a cone. I have control over this fight. What I need to do here is back up a little bit, control the situation further, with some piece control, ensure that he is fully boxed and is under my control. Like, he wanted the authority of this fight, he did that, right? And although he had him boxed, he still didn't just rush into making a random edit. He actually edited a window on the far right hand side, made a right hand peek, edited the cone in such a way to almost give his opponent the least room as possible. Like, he literally boxed my man like a fish, right? This guy's literally in some tent thing, like he can't even move. Homie does a little right and peek, flicks and like resets the edit. Bear in mind, his opponent right here has literally no angle. Like he can see him with his right hand peek before this guy can see him, shoots him, bang. The only way his opponent was hitting him there if he was to pre-fire. And yeah, my guy is almost dead at this point. I can't actually show you the audio because that is copyright music, but Nosh was so confident he was getting this kill, like he literally just messing around with it at this point. And then yeah, another right hand peek, finishes his opponent. His opponent literally couldn't do anything unless maybe he jumped through the wall, as I already said, pre-fired. It was just impossible. Like it's so OP. But yeah guys, I don't really want to talk about that any longer. I just wanted to go through that in depth and just ensure you do know that right hand peeks are extremely important. And if you already know that they're important, just utilize them more, because I know you may think you are doing that, doing like the little right hand peek window edit, but like the clip I just shown you from Nosh, like when you have someone controlled, just take that time to think, right? Don't just edit the cone. Like I know myself, I'm guilty for it. I probably would have just edited that cone when I had him in the cone. I wouldn't have piece controlled. I wouldn't have took that time to think and then make it into a situation where I had all the advantage with like the right hand peek and such. I probably wouldn't have done that. I'm super dumb. I would have just rushed it. I would have edited and probably just made it 50-50, therefore missing that chance of a free kill. And now moving on to tip number 2, it's going to be to wait on edits and not panic. Now you may be thinking,
Bro, what do you mean by that?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
what I'm saying is literally just wait for a clean shot when your opponent is performing like, I don't know, an edit combination or just literally editing on you. Like literally bait them into performing something like a Mongol classic or a right hand peek. I mean, you know, right hand peeks are hard to counter. Again, that is all about pre-firing. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But a great example, yeah, would be a Mongol classic. Most players, if they have the chance, they will just do unnecessary edits. They'll probably try a Mongol classic you, let them do it, and instead of panicking in that situation, you know, trying to rush to get out of the box because they've put this ramp in front of you and they're now editing it to hit you with like, I don't know, like a clean shot and clip you for their montage. Don't panic. Don't try and get out of the box. Let it happen and wait for them to make that edit and then shoot them as they're like confirming the edit almost. Like you can literally watch it all unfold, watch them doing this edit. The second they press confirm, they're gonna think you're panicking at this point. They're gonna think, oh, this is just a free kill, Mongol classic, guaranteed win. You're just gonna be waiting there with your shotgun, bang, that's it, bruh. They're the ones panicking at this point. You've just shot them. They thought you were gonna panic. They thought this was a free kill just because they did this Mongol classic. Like literally, it's so true. Like they'll expect you to panic, they'll expect you not to be ready, but if you bait the edit, you're going to of course be expecting it, and you can be ready to hit that first shot and at least shake them a little bit, as it's the last thing they'd expect. I think what you guys need to remember, the one performing the edit, so in this case your opponent, is not in favor of the fight, as they'll have their blueprint out, or at least not their weapon. Like I don't know, it could be their pickaxe, depends how they edit, either their blueprint or with their pickaxe out. But because they won't have the weapon out, like they have to do this edit then pull it out, it means they're at the disadvantage because they've got to perform the edit combination correctly, like actually confirm that, then pull out the correct weapon, line up their crosshair and then shoot you. But at this point you'd already be ready, like 3 steps ahead of them, waiting for the edit to then hopefully pre-predict their position and hit that hefty shot. And yeah, that's like kind of all I need to speak about on this. Like I just see so many people just panic when someone gets a ramp in their box, someone gets a cone in their box, and they'll try and like, I don't know, edit out the sidewall and they're just all jittery, they're all shaking up, playing wobbly, you know, playing all nervous, and they like fail the edit like 3 times and they can't get out of the box, and that just gives their opponent the clip they tried to get. If you just accept that it's happening and wait, you can most likely win the fight. Like I've learned this myself over time and it really does work, and I know it does sound common sense, but yeah, you'd be very much surprised how good this works. And now finally moving on to third and final tip in this video. This is actually going to be more of a, I guess, strategy or decision making tip in a sense. Like this obviously in turn will have your performance in game, make you a better player. But this is actually now about thinking whether you want to take a fight. And what I'd recommend you to do is take huge advantage, or at least learn to habit the 5-second rule. Now I know you're pretty confused, you're wondering,
Bruh, what is the 5-second rule?
it's actually super simple. You know, when you find yourself in those situations where you don't know what to do, you have multiple options, you need to try and weigh them out, and you're like, okay, let's actually put this into theory here. So let's say you're in a box, right? And you're in kind of a sticky situation, there's third parties coming left and right, you're in almost the middle of this fight, but you can see a clear way to drop out of the fight, completely disengage, and probably survive, right? But you also don't have much healing, you don't have much shield, and you're trying to think now whether you want to stay in that fight, hopefully bait whoever's third partying into fighting, you know, flip it almost, and then third party yourself, hopefully clean up the kills, and then obviously replenish things like your mats, your shield through siphon, things like that. And basically just take the fight, right? So just risk it, you know, you haven't got heals anyway, you're gonna take the fight. Or on the flip side, what you could be doing is, yeah, disengage and completely leave the fight. You're not gonna have heals, but at least you're going to be alive, you can maybe get placement, so on and so on. Now in this situation, you need to give yourself 5 seconds. Literally count in your head, like I'd count backwards. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and when you get to 1, you finish the countdown. That's when your decision needs to be final and you need to act on it. So using that theory again, in those 5 seconds you thought, you know what, forget it. When you hit number 1, that's it, no going back. You drop out, you run away, you go and find shield elsewhere, get your placement points. No hesitation whatsoever. You can't look back. And that is actually why this 5-second rule is so good, because I'm not sure how scientifically or I don't know true this is, but I saw it actually on TikTok and I was actually told this, but I was actually told to do a 3-second rule. Like I was doing comp, I used to play Fortnite competitive a while ago, and my teammate, shout out to you ZV, if you're watching this video, shout out to you, but my teammate called ZV, who is actually a professional player, he did tell me to use something called the 3-second rule. So basically exactly what I've just mentioned, but count down from 3, so 3, 2, 1, and then make the decision. Now it's kind of a similar thing, but here you just count down to 5, and I actually did see this on TikTok where it was literally the same thing mentioned, but yeah, it was 5 seconds, and it made me really want to mention this because I've tried it myself. I did the 3-second one and it really worked, and now I'm actually trying to do it with 5 seconds and it works twice as good. If anything, it just gives you more time to think, which is of course beneficial, but it's also not giving you too much time to let like your thoughts wander and make it harder to make that decision, because realistically that's what happens, right? The longer you're thinking, you overthink things and it makes it harder to make them decisions, and it almost just makes you like kind of stiff. You get like this mental block and you don't know where to go, and it's like everything's just going on. Counting down from 5, it kind of just stops that block and it lets your mind just almost drift away. All you're thinking about is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All these thoughts, everything, just you push them out the door, and then whatever comes to your mind last at like that number 1, you just go with it. Literally, it just works out. I don't know why, but it does work out. And I know I'm waffling right here, but just try it. Trust me, in Fortnite, it will help you with decision making, and it could well be the difference between you surviving or winning a fight. And with that being said, that is all I have in today's video. Now, if you guys went ahead to enjoy this, I did help in any way, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Remember code Fxtch in the Fortnite item shop. I never really mentioned my code, but you guys can use that. It really does support me. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been your boy Fxtch, and yeah, peace.